Hello Geeks and Gamers, Matt Lemke here with True Gamer Goggles, and today we have another flip through for you. This flip through is of the Pathfinder Player Companion, the Alchemy Manual, which I have found to be quite an interesting book. Over here, on the very first page, they start talking about some of the regions. You know, it's just more fluff than anything else. There's a little bit of, there's some good in-game information, but it's like background for me. And then, like they do with most of their player companions, you have focus characters: Alchemist, Bard, Barbarians, and Rogues. That's what this book is really geared for more than anything else. And there's a few things that it has for every character, which we're going to zoom in a little bit here. Get rid of that. We're going to zoom in and give you a better look. We've got, for every character, there's alchemical power components, bottles and flasks, alternative items. Now, this book is largely focused on different ways to use alchemy. For example, there's the Spontaneous Alchemist. It's not a character class. It's not really a... it's more like a skill, I guess. You know, there are feats you can take to do certain things. And basically what the Spontaneous Alchemist is a character that knows, oh, that moss has this component in it, and that purple orchid has this in it, and if I mix them together, I can almost get the effect of some other thing, but not at a potent level. And it's basically that. You're using the tools. You're the MacGyver of alchemy. And you have the Beltzen War Alchemists, which lends to the orcs. They have some interesting items and poisons. Dagger mark poisons, which is kind of neat. I've never really used too much poison, but it's something that I may start here in the future. And you've got Fungus Alchemy, which, well, instant fertilizer. Ruby red earth can be sprinkled over a 5-foot patch of ground as a standard action that provokes attacks of opportunity. Non-creature plants and fungi in the area grow with alarming speed, and the ground becomes weedy. Interesting. Now, nothing in this book is as interesting. Well, you've got dwarven magical ales, which, wait a minute, we're gonna focus on. I like this ale here. We're gonna read it a little bit. I love the fact that they took a brewmaster and applied it to their game. I hope this guy's at Scotty's Brewhouse at Gen Con. Or at the big beer tapping party on Georgia Street Wednesday night. This malty ale has a legendarily thick, creamy head. It creates a pleasant buzz and sense of euphoria that dull the effects of pain and concussions, granting the drinker a +1 alchemical bonus on saving throws to avoid becoming dazed, staggered, stunned, or against the effect of any pain descriptor. For 1 hour. In addition, a dose of the Boulderhead Bach grants the drinker 1d6 temporary hit points that apply exclusively to non-lethal damage. I'm just glad they did stuff like that. But, well, then you've got, I didn't really look into the homunculus. I don't know how to say that word. Homunculus. So, homunculi. Yeah, that sounds right. I've never used them, so I didn't think about it at all. Oh, magical flasks and bottles, though. The winged bottle. It's really cool. It's this guy right here. And basically what it does is you put your chemical in it or whatever, and you go with the bottle, you kind of toss it in the air and it flies away. And you can mentally direct it and tell it to pour, you pour on people from airborne. So you have a bomber. And then, of course, we have a drug crafter, which is something new and unique, which fits very well in a fantasy world. But what hit me the best, I think, in this book was the Alchemical Archer, because I have a rogue who took alchemy, and I've been looking for a lot of different ways to make archery and alchemy work for him. So this has given me a little bit more, not leeway, because a lot of these ideas I kind of had, but some of these ideas I didn't. One of my favorites that I actually came up with and didn't know how to create, I'm glad they did, because then you've got a recipe down here, and you've got the DC for it, which I didn't really know how to figure out, is the pheromone arrowhead, which is coated with potent substances that react to blood and sweat, releasing a strong aroma that most predators recognize. So basically, you make your enemy hunted by, Tyrannosaurus Rex. And of course, something that is unique to this book, at least from what I've known, is ooze alchemy, which they've got a few different things here. They've got they have an acid neutralizer, they have a desiccating lubricant, and they have a congealer spray. This volatile liquid is usually dispensed from a spray atomizer which disperses the liquid in a 15-foot cone. The congealer spray causes the surface of an ooze creature to stiffen into a leathery material. Ooze and plant creatures affected by the area become staggered for 1d4 rounds. That's pretty good. Of course, it is a DC 15, which for a lot of things isn't that tough, but, you know, things are what they are. And they added Paisin herbalism, or Paisin, not sure. And I didn't read this yet. It's something I want to come back to and spend a lot of time on, is the Thuvian Wish Alchemy. And the mysterious and reclusive alchemist known as Articus Kirin resides in the citadel of the Alchemist in Thuvia. Though the centuries-old spellcaster is credited with the creation of the age-reversing Sun Orchid Elixir, many of his incredible inventions have gone overlooked. So, it's an interesting thing. He has created Articus's Fire, which does basically, it's a splash weapon, and you throw it and it catches things on fire, and it does 1d4 points of damage each round at the beginning of its turn. So he's created some very interesting things. And of course, well, hey, look at that, we've got fireworks. And then on back you have all the different recipe indexes in the all the different recipe indexes in the index. All the recipes and remedies are in the index, along with tools, weapons, drugs, alcohol, poisons, and then on the very back you have more regions. Now, the Pathfinder Alchemy Manual isn't a book that's going to be for everyone, but if you're an alchemist, you can probably find something in here that you can twist and manipulate to your whims. Or if you've played an alchemist and you're looking at some different options, they're offered here in this book. Thanks for watching. This has been a flip through on the Alchemy Manual with Matt Lemke from Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. Every Thursday is role-playing game day at Through Gamer Goggles, so check back. There's going to be more videos every week, plus reviews and articles are going to start rolling in on the blog, so make sure you check that in RSS feed there too as well. Thanks, have a good day.